Hi, in this video I'm going to give you a tutorial teaching you how to create tasker widgets for Wink. So first you have to download the Wink Tasker project from Craig Tunzo. I recommend you watching my first video that I did in this series to show you how to create a simple widget. Over here I'm going to show you how to do multiple widgets and how to control even more. So over here you can see I have 4 widgets on the home screen right now. One says living room on, bedroom off, kitchen on, unarmed. When I touch these toggles, what they do is they actually work, and they'll switch um, the icon and the label underneath it. So sorry it's a little late at night. I'm creating this video based on request. Okay, so over here you can see unarmed. That's showing that my home security system, meaning my Google control sensors, door and window sensors, and motion sensors, is unarmed right now. By tapping that, I can arm my system. I'm not going to do that right now because I'm in my house moving about. So I don't want to have my alarm accidentally go off and wake up all my kids. Okay, on to the tutorial. So you gotta go to Tasker, and here's my Wink tasks. So let me open up one of the widgets that I have there. So let me go to Wink Kitchen for now. And I'm just going to go through it, and you should be able to see exactly what it does. I'll give a brief explanation. So here's device name to kitchen light, right? That means that we're going to set it to kitchen light. Kitchen light is what it's called in the Wink app for that specific light. So here's the perform task, device name, status, right? What we're doing here is we're grabbing the status. It's connecting to the Wink API and asking what's going on with the Wink light. Is it on? Is it off? So here's a variable set, the action, right? So what it does is by tapping this widget, it's going to do an action. Right here is action to off if the status is powered true. That means if I pull the status, it tells me a light is on. So by tapping the widget, it's going to switch it to being off. And that is so on and so forth. It's going to do the opposite. The same thing with the widget icon. It changes it based on the status. And the label is the same thing. So, and then finally you have the perform task, which is the Wink process command. It does the device name and then the action. The action is what we defined before based on what the status was. So this is used to just perform a task by touching that widget. So after creating that task, what you do is you long press your home screen, go to widgets, scroll down till you get to tasker. When you get to tasker, you'll click on task or task shortcut, whatever it is. So say, and then over here we're gonna select which task we want to do. Right? So we will select, let's say, Wink Kitchen, because that is what it did. Then it's gonna open up Wink Kitchen, which if you already set it up before, it's good. If not, you could set it up there, right? And then it shows Wink Kitchen. Right? This Wink Kitchen is the same thing as the kitchen on. So it has this weird icon because that's the default icon. But once you tap it and it activates, then it should update with everything else. But that's how to do that. So how do they update automatically? So let me go into the tasker. So this is the much more complicated part, and I'm going to do that. Okay, so first you create those tasks for each item: the wing kitchen, wing living room light, the bedroom, etc. Let me go to the alarm. Um, here's a let's do the living room alarm. 'Cause this is a little complicated for me. So we're just gonna run through it. Need a device name to make sure that 2 is exactly what it says in Wink. Then this is gonna be the same as the last thing. Pay attention to the return value variable. You put that in. Call it whatever you want. Then over here it's if that status that I got is enabled to be false, right? Then action to enable. So instead of having enabled and disabled, it's enabled false and enabled true. So that was a little tricky for me. Could be disabled works also. I didn't find that to happen. So then over here for the actions, we want the action robot, and then device name, right? So let's do this thing for that robot, and then the labels is same as before, and the icon, right? So that's how to do that. So now to make it update on itself, so where is it? Okay, so what we want is this, the Wink widget to auto update. Actually, yes, we don't need this one. Okay, so there's different ways to have this set up. So this is how I set it up. You could change it how you want. So first is a variable set. If it's win, right? There's if I go to my home screen and the window that I've opened is the value is home, right? So you can change that to make it trigger or update based on other factors, but um, that's for another time. So the Wink widget auto update. So this is there's different ways to do this. This is what I found so far. It's probably not the most efficient, most reliable, but I'm not an expert at Tasker. Maybe Craig Tunzo, who actually created this Wink project, could give a better explanation. But this is what I got based on his help. So first I'm going to grab status. So over here, if you notice, I didn't put in any parameters. So that means it's going to grab all the status of every single object I have in Wink. Right? That's going to be called audio status. You could call that whatever you want. Then what I need to do is I need to take the audio status and split it based on the 3 lines there. The 3 lines is the system dump that it gives me. Each device is separated by that. Okay, now you can't see what those are. So what I would do is I would create let's say a file or something. Let's say do a file and click on write file, and then click auto status, let's say, and then the text one is auto status, or we call it something else so it doesn't confuse. So let's say link items, right, and then add a line, right? Okay, fine. So if you create that write file and then put it right after the variable split, and forget about everything else underneath here for now. When you press play, that's going to write a file onto your memory card called Wink items, and it's going to give you a system dump of the auto status. It's going to show you everything there. So there are better ways to do this if you want to get into how to use variable and arrays and stuff like that. I'm not so good at that, so I'm not going to get into that. But what you can do is you can just look at this, look at every item that's separated by 3 lines. That's going to be every device, and get the number of each one, right? You're going to have an order. The first item, number 1. The second item, number 2, 3, 4, so forth. and so on, right? So make a list somewhere, type it up in Word, whatever you want. Okay, once you got those items, you're not going to need this anymore. Okay, so now what we do is like this. We're going to have, instead of having it um, grab multiple items individually, so we'll have, let's say, 10 different calls going to, let's say you have 10 widgets on home screen, right? So if I keep grabbing the status of each individual item, so I'm going to be making 10 different calls to the API, to Wink API, asking for information. So over here it's just one call, say give me all you got, right? So this says, now what are our actions? So what we do is, if percent always say as 10, right? That means device number 10, right? You look at that file that we just wrote, the item number 10, if it's powered true, then it's going to do whatever it is, and so on and so forth, right? If that one is powered false, right? And then that's how everything goes on. And then for the alarms, right, it's the same thing. Auto status 30, right? That's device number 30. If it's enabled, and then false, etc., right? And this will auto update everything, right? So once you have that running, so by going to a home screen, these should automatically update, like you saw it just updated, right? So if I open up the Wink app, for example, okay, I'm gonna turn on my kitchen light. And it's going slow, so I gotta wait for the light to actually turn on. Okay, now the light's on. Now I'm gonna go out of the Wink app, and now you should see that as soon as I got to the home screen, it did that call, and then it updated it automatically. So yes, it takes a couple seconds for that to, that's stuff happening in the internet, but um, it updated automatically. So that's really nice. The regular Wink widgets don't do that. You have to just tap on if you want the light on, or tap off, and you can't get any statuses without actually opening up the app. So it's nice how you can see all the statuses, and you could create however many you want, and it should update pretty quickly. So thank you for watching my review on using the Wink Tasker widgets, and I would really like to give a huge shout out and thanks to Craig Tunzo for creating the Wink Tasker project, and to obviously the Tasker developer for creating a powerful tool. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and I'll try to help. Have a great day.